The Houston Rockets are bound to make the playoffs. But are they truly ready for a deep playoff run? They have some issues that would scare me if I was a Rockets fan, which I'll get into later. They're possibly looking at having home court advantage in the first round of the playoffs, which would be a huge success for the team. Şengün is having an all-star season, and he's the engine for this team on offense. He has plenty of moves on offense where he can get a shot off at any time, but he's so unselfish and wants his teammates to get going. Here he catches the ball in the post, and immediately passes the ball to Jabari, who drives to the basket and passes the ball back to him. Norman Powell is guarding Brooks and gets caught ball watching for just a second, and Şengün hits Brooks in the corner for 3. And here he gets McDaniel switched on to him, and he fakes the pass to Brooks in the corner, which gets Dante to bite, leaving Jabari wide open. Teams are forced to double him in the post because he's such a good post scorer. His go-to move in the post is his right hook shot. He hit 5 hook shots against Rudy Gobert when they played each other in the NBA Cup game, and Rudy had no answer for him. His mid-range game is nice too. You can't leave him open from the elbow or he'll make you pay. He also loves his one-legged Dirk shot. He's good at it, but he hasn't mastered it just yet, which is good for the rest of the league. Jalen Green is the Robin to Şengün's Batman, and the two complement each other well in pick and roll actions. I actually think they don't use this two-man action enough. Jalen doesn't hesitate to pull when his man goes under the screen, and I'm sure Ime Udoka doesn't mind. The issue is, he doesn't hesitate to pull even when his man goes over the screen and he doesn't have a good look. His shot selection does look better compared to last year, and even though his points per game are down from last year, he seems more in control. At times I still feel like he's settling for 3. He's a dynamic scorer and I would like to see him attack the paint more, as he shot pretty well from there when he does go inside. According to Cleaning the Glass, he's shooting 69% at the rim. Fred VanVleet is having a solid season too. However, at the time of making this video, he's shooting only 39% from the floor and 32% from 3, which is a career low. However, he still has a lot of gravity from 3 and it opens things up for the rest of his team. These 3 guys carry the load on offense, but really it's not the offense that stands out for the Rockets as much as their defense. They are easily a top 3 defense in the league. Tari Eason and Amen Thompson wreak havoc on the defensive end, and they're known as the Terror Twins. In fact, the 2 best lineups for the Rockets have both of them playing. Here Amen is going to get bumped from the Rudy screen, and at this point Ant has a pretty good head start on Amen, so he gets into a shot, releases the ball, but somehow Amen is still able to block his shot. Here there's 2-man action involving Eason and Şengün on defense, but Amen wants to be part of the action, so he immediately follows Kispert, who's driving to the basket and gets the block. And this is an open layup for Kispert if Thompson didn't involve himself in the play. On this play, Nickeil Alexander-Walker gets pickpocketed and Thompson gets the bucket in transition. On the very next play, Nickeil wants the screen earlier from Nas, but now Eason gets switched onto him and gets the deflection and the steal. And on this play it looks like it's going to be an easy alley-oop for Rudy, but Thompson meets Rudy at the rim and blocks his shot. Defense like this is contagious, and the entire team feeds off of their energy. If you're an opposing team, enter the paint at your own will because they're going to crowd the paint and get hands on the ball. On this possession, Moody's going to get the ball, and then he uses a spin move while Thompson goes for the steal. But VanVleet is immediately waiting for him, which forces Moody into a tough shot. Looney then gets the rebound, but Jabari blocks him. The ball ends up back in Looney's hands, but Jabari blocks him again. Here Ant gets VanVleet switched onto him, and now he wants to post him up. Şengün realizes this and comes to help, and now Ant is in trouble. So he has to throw this cross-court pass to the weak side, but he has to throw it so high to get it over Şengün, which allows Brooks to recover. Brooks closes out a bit too close to Randle, so he drives to the basket, but Jabari comes in for the clean block. But as great as their team defense is, and as solid as their offense is, I have some concerns. Concerns that would make me worried to pick them to win a series or two in the playoffs. This is in no particular order, but the first thing that worries me is Şengün's defense and drop coverage. He's made a lot of strides on this end of the floor. He's become a good rim protector and will stay vertical when players come at him in the post. But he's still a bit too slow-footed, and players like Luka will search him on every possession in the playoffs, which could tire him out on the offensive end too. Here Şengün is in drop coverage, Luka gets his way into the paint, and now Şengün has to take away the lob threat, which leaves Luka with the easy floater. And again here, Şengün in drop coverage, Yabusele pops out for the shot, Şengün doesn't close out well and falls for the pump fake, and Yabusele gets to the rim for the basket. My next concern is Amen Thompson on offense. He plays valuable minutes for the Rockets, but he's also only shooting 30% from 3. He hesitates taking threes, and he's only averaging 1 attempt per game. And teams are just going to leave him open. They're already daring him to shoot, and they're happy if he bites. And shooting weaknesses in the playoffs exacerbate even more. And my last concern is, who's going to take over the game on offense when things get tough? When the Rockets played the Kings earlier this year, I was waiting for Şengün or Green to take over in the fourth, and neither player could. The same thing against the Warriors in the Cup game. Şengün is averaging 17 points per game in losses compared to 19 points per game when they win, and Green averages a point less in losses too. When the Rockets need someone to take over, can either of them rise up to the occasion? Comment below if you agree or disagree. I would love to hear your thoughts on this. The playoffs tell all. They highlight the weaknesses on a team. The Rockets have the assets to trade for a star, but they're making the right call by being patient. See what this team is in the playoffs and how they hold up. Then make the call to see if a big trade is needed. Thanks for watching, and check out this video I made on Dalton Connect and this one on Grady Dick. Peace.